Even though I actually ran out of diamonds on that world too, so I'm gonna need to do some more mining. If this isn't your thing, this whole, spawning items and building a town, if you don't really like this kind of thing, then go check out my Minecraft multiplayer server or survival, whatever you want to call it. It's like Minecraft server hopping, I think is what it's called, but the first couple seasons are going to be on the same server because it's a server I like, and then in the comments you can feel free to suggest servers that you'd like me to try out. But in the meantime, I'm going to be on that server, because that's a good server. I like it a lot, at least. Though the mods, they're probably not going to be happy about me saying this, but well, I'm not even sure they watch my videos, but the mods tend to not protect things as much as they should, and the mods are the only ones with the protecting privileges. And for some reason, even though I've been on much longer than most of the mods have on that server, I still cannot become a mod for some reason. I don't know why it is, but I seem to not be eligible or something. I don't know why. I don't know, maybe if I publicize their server enough I can be, but I don't know, it's really not a huge deal to me to become a mod. I just like to be able to have protecting privileges, because the mods don't really like to protect stuff enough. But that's hardly the point. Yeah, okay, gotta keep building. This is actually going a lot quicker than I thought it would. One of my ideas for things to build after I finish the first 3 things I'm going to be building, which is the skyscraper, the pier, and the football stadium, is I want to build a swimming pool, like a Olympic swimming pool building or something like that. And I think I'm going to use the those tripwire things, because I tested it and they can actually be put across the water, so gonna get some of those tripwires and lay them across the water for those lines in the water. I guess I don't know what they are, but those like plastic rope things that go across the water. I think those would be made best out of tripwires, because tripwires are pretty thin and everything. But they wouldn't actually stop you from crossing lanes, like, for example, a fence would. But, you know what? I doubt we're going to be actually having an Olympic swimming event in, like, this world. I don't think anyone's actually going to do a swimming competition or anything. Or a diving competition, or any of that stuff. I really don't think it's going to happen. I could be wrong, I guess, but that's kind of what Seth Fling's TNT Olympics are for, more than this. These are just aesthetic, I guess. They really don't have too much actual event, I guess, usefulness, purpose. Their purpose is not for actual events. They're just to look like the Olympic Stadium and all that. I keep misplacing these blocks. I kind of wish the water wasn't so deep blue. It looks a little bit, like, unnatural. It's so deep blue. It's weird. Because I guess it kind of makes sense for a lake or something, but like, you take the ocean, and if this is supposed to be like an exotic thing, like the ocean around Monaco, or, for example, something like that, that's a very teal, aquamarine kind of blue. This is a more deep blue kind of... I really don't know any water that's this deep blue, actually, come to think of it. But I guess that's mostly so that it's easily recognizable, because really, despite the fact that it doesn't look like water in the real world, that you're not going to mistake it as something other than water. I mean, you jump into it and it splashes and you start drowning, and then you get air if you go above it. And yeah, you're not going to mistake it for something. Something that just occurred to me is that because water is not actually a full block, it's this thing above it, they could actually add in waves that wouldn't actually go above the block, but would just, like little ripples that would go into shore. They wouldn't have to be like tsunami waves or anything like that, but just some simple waves would be kind of cool. It would make it look much more realistic and everything, which would be, to me, a very cool addition, and, you know, as a builder, would have a lot of possibilities.